Okay, today we're gonna talk about arithmetic series. This is the expression formed by adding the terms of an arithmetic sequence. This is just the summation or the sum of all the numbers in the sequence. Just like example here, we have 2, 4, 6, 8, and 10. So what we're going to do here is we are going to get the sum or the total of these numbers in the sequence. So that is equals to 30. So that's how you do it. You just have to add all the all the numbers in the sequence given to you. So now let's have the formula for arithmetic series, because we have a formula for this. We cannot afford to add everything manually, so we have the formula. We have S sub n is equals to n times the quantity of a sub 1 plus a sub n all over 2. So S sub n is the sum of the series from first term to the nth term. So this is just the total of the terms that you are going to add. The first term is a sub 1 and a sub n is for the last term. And n is for the number of terms in that sequence. Let us try to apply the formula for finding the sum of the given sequence. So we have to find the sum of the first 30 terms of the sequence: 4, 7, 10, 13, 16, so on and so forth. So what we're going to do here is we have to add all the 30 terms or numbers on this sequence. Okay, so let's have our formula, which is S sub n is equals to n times the quantity of a sub 1 plus the last term divided by 2. Let us list down the given. So we have number of terms, which is equals to 30. We have the last term, which is equals to 4. Then we don't have the last term to continue to find the sum of the terms from first to 30. The first thing you have to do is you have to find the last term or the 30th term of the sequence, because we need that in our formula. To find the last term, we have to use the formula for arithmetic sequence and then substitute everything that we have. So we're looking for a sub 30 is equals to 4, which is our a sub 1, plus the quantity of 30 minus 1 times the common difference of 3. Performing the operation, we have 4 plus 29 times 3. So we have 4 plus 29 times 3, we have 87. Adding the two number, we come up to 91. So that is the last term that we are looking for to proceed to getting the sum of our sequence. Okay, so using the last term that we have in our previous formula, we have a sub n or a sub 30, which is equals to 91. We're going to use that in our formula for arithmetic series, which is S sub n is equals to n times the quantity of a sub 1 plus a sub n divided by 2. So substitute everything to the formula. We have S sub 30 is equals to 30 times the quantity of 4 plus 91 over 2. So we have 95 over 2 times 30. We can cancel 30 and 2 by dividing the two numbers by 2, because we can divide that. That is their common factor. So 15 times 95, we come up to 1,425. So this number here is the total or the sum of all sequence from the first term up to 30th term. Example number 2, consider the sequence. Still we have to use the sequence that we use in the first example. We have 4, 7, 10, 13, 16, so on and so forth. So we are asked to find the n, or how many terms, such that the sum of the series is equals to 175. In this type of problem, we have to use the second formula of the arithmetic series, which is S sub n is equals to n over 2 times 2a sub 1, or twice of a sub 1, plus the quantity of n minus 1 times t. Okay, so let us list down the given. We have the sum of the series, which is equals to 175. Still need the a sub 1. The first term is equals to 4, and the common difference of 3. Now we don't have n because we are looking for that value of the variable, that how many terms that we need to use in order for us to get the sum of 175. So now let us substitute everything that we have in our formula. So we have 175 is equals to n over 2 times the twice of a sub 1, which is 4, plus n minus 1 times the common difference, which is 3. Then simplify everything inside the bracket. So we have n over 2. 2 times 4, we have 8, plus distribute 3 to n minus 1. So we have 3n, and we have minus 3. Okay? So we have 175 is equals to n over 2 times 8 plus 3n minus 3. But we can combine 8 minus 3. So it becomes 5 plus 3n. So this time we are going to distribute now the n over 2 to 5 and 3n. So multiplying n over 2 times 5, we have 5n over 2, plus distributing n over 2 times 3n, we have 3n squared over 2. So now we are going to eliminate our denominator by multiplying both sides by 2. So 2 times 175 is 350, is equals to 5n divided by 2 times 2. So we can cancel that. So it will have 5n plus 3n squared over 2 times 2. Cancel ulit. So we have 3n squared. So now we come up with a quadratic formula. So when we have a quadratic formula, make sure you arrange it in standard form. Everything should be arranged depends on the degree of the terms. So we have 0 is equals to 3n squared plus 5n minus 350. After that, we have to factor out, or we have to find the factor of this quadratic formula to find the value of n. And the factor of that is 3n plus 35 times the quantity of n minus 10. So we are now going to solve for n. So those two factors should be equated to 0. We have the first factor, which is 3n plus 35 equals to 0. So but if we're going to solve for n for this particular factor, we come up with negative numbers. And then we do not use negative numbers for n because we don't have a negative terms or negative number of terms when it comes to sequence. So we have the other factor, which is n minus 10. Solving for the value of n, we are going to transpose 10 to the other side. So we have n is equals to 10. So that value of n is the correct value. That is, we need 10 terms in that particular sequence to get the sum of 175. So let's check. Okay, now so let's check if the number of terms that we have, which is 10, is the number of terms that we need to get the sum of 175 in our sequence. So let's substitute the number of terms, which is 10, by the formula. Okay, so we have 175 is equals to 10 over 2 times 2 times 4 plus 10 minus 1 times 3, the common difference. Okay, so 175 equals to 5 times 8 plus 9 times 3. Okay, so copy again. 175 is equals to 5 times 8 plus 27. So now we can simplify again the number inside the parentheses. So we have 175 is equals to 5 times 35. Then copy again. 175 is equals to 175. It means that your n, which is 10, is the correct number of terms to obtain the sum of 175.